Hey, what's going on, guys? So today we're back with another video for you guys today, and I know I haven't recorded in like forever. I've just been kind of taking a little break, but we're back and we have a Minecraft hacked client video. So without further ado, let's just get into it. This is the worst client, like, not the worst client, it's actually a really pretty good client, but I can show you guys how to install, download, and put it into Minecraft if this video gets a lot of support and stuff. If it gets that, I will do a tutorial on how to get the hack and how to like put it in Minecraft and do stuff with it. So, as you can see right here, it says Wurst and stuff, and this does work on multiplayer servers, just so you know. So, you can pretty much, there's kill era and bow aimbot and stuff, but for right now, we're just going to test it out in a normal world. I will prove to you at the end of the video that it does work in a actual server though. So, getting started, the entire menu is right here. Pretty much what you do to get that, actually that can be in the tutorial video, but you just hit left control to open up the menu, or you hit right shift to open up this menu right here. So, getting into it, pretty much what this mod, well, it's not a mod, but pretty much what this client does, you can pretty much just get tons of exploits and stuff. So, scaffolding walk, for example, if I did this, it's gonna auto place blocks for me wherever I run. Right now, all I'm doing is holding W, and yeah, sorry there's no face cam for this video, but I kind of broke it, so yeah. But this is pretty much scaffolding walk right here. You just walk and place blocks. I'm not touching anything besides like W right there. Moving on, you can disable it and enable it right there. But probably the most important one, if you want to bypass an anti-cheat or whatever, you're going to want to do this yes cheat. You're going to want to see this in the other thing, and then you'll see yes cheat. Right here, you can do Mindplex. I don't know why it has a specific thing for Mindplex, but you can either turn it off or anti-cheat. Anti-cheat is probably the best one to use, because that's gonna pretty much block most anti-cheats from detecting what you're doing. So it's gonna disable some of like the more crazier hacks, so then no one really knows what's going on in the game, pretty much. So, like any admins and stuff. So, I'm just gonna pretty much go over the big ones here, not like any of the special, like, hacks, like, minor hacks, I guess. So, some of the special ones right here, we have anti-knockback. You can configure the settings to where, like, the different strengths of how much knockback you take. So, 1% less knockback, 76% knockback, and then 100% you don't get knocked back at all. Auto armor, this just manages your armor automatically. So say you have an iron set on and you have a diamond chest plate in your inventory, it's going to swap out that iron chest plate with your diamond chest plate instantly. So that one's pretty cool. Pretty much those are boring. Same with the sword as the auto armor. Bow aimbot. So right here, just to prove to you that this does work, I'm going to get a bow and I'm going to show you what the aimbot does. So see that bunny right there? If I'm looking this way, well, it's actually going for that bunny. But see how there's a red box by that bunny right under that tree, and it says ready to shoot. And when I shoot, sometimes it won't hit it. It's not completely accurate, but it will get you a pretty much general direction of it, and you're pretty much guaranteed to hit it. If it's something too close or too far away, it's less accurate. I'm not too sure about the close, but like right there, that was probably the perfect range. That's probably where it's like 98% accurate, right there. This range, like say if I was to get too close to this, believe it or not, it might miss. It might just go a completely opposite direction. And then if I'm too far away, which I don't think there's any mobs over there, it just has less accuracy, which is pretty understandable. But moving on from bow aimbot's pretty cool. Criticals. So this makes all your hits critical, which is pretty insane, so you don't have to jump and do all that. Click era is, you can read the description too while I'm talking, but whenever you click, it's gonna hit a mob. So if let me just get some spawn eggs here. If I get, say, some I'm gonna find a good one. If I get a villager, okay, we're gonna torment villagers. Zombie village. Oh my god. That's my throw cheat. There's a throw cheat too, which just allows me to throw like 16 eggs. So we're gonna spawn some donkeys here, and say if I'm hitting over here, like it has to be near them. So since I have clicker, if I'm aiming up, see how my little crosshair thing isn't even looking at it? And I'm still hitting it. I'm still hitting it exactly like to where it'll deal the same amount of damage and everything like that. But next one, that one's pretty cool, but it is pretty obvious if you have it. Fight bot. So this one, my hands are completely off of the keyboard. This is gonna auto fight for me. So right now, all I have is my fist out, so it's just gonna do that. Sometimes it'll get stuck on a block, so you kind of have to, you can't really move. All you can do is hit A and D to walk around the target to maybe like configure it to where it'll actually hit something now, like this. But that's a pretty cool one. You can also configure it to use like kill era settings, and this pretty much, this one's really cool. I'm sure you guys know what kill era is if you're watching this video. But for the kill era settings, you can change the range. 3.5 is the like least detectable. Well, it's not the least, but it's the highest amount of like reach that you won't get detected. So right now all I'm holding is W, and it is just going at this thing, this donkey, whatever it's called, the mule, I don't know. But yeah, so that's the kill era settings. Multi-era is pretty cool as well, but you can't use this in a server normally because it'll block you with anti-cheat. That's why I can't use it right now. TP era, pretty much just, yeah, you can't use that either, actually. So I'm only gonna go over most of the big ones that you can use in like servers, because I'm pretty sure if you're watching this video, you either want to know more about the Wurst client thing, or you want to know how to get it, which, if you do want to know how to get it, leave a like and subscribe. Comment you want to see more of the Wurst client stuff or whatever, and I will definitely do a tutorial on how to get it. But yeah, that's pretty much just the big ones over here. Render. So this one's actually pretty cool. If we do Player ESP, we'll pretty much just find every single player. Right now I'm in a single player world, so there's no players. But if we go to Mob ESP, right here, it's gonna highlight every single mob, like, that's in a reasonable range that you are in, pretty much. So, this one's pretty cool. Helpful with players, mainly. Full bright. So, if we go into a cave or something, like, if we go, say, into a really, really, really dark area, like, let's just make a super dark area right here, or something. See, this is dark enough. So, it's dark, right? Like, darker. If you turn on full bright, it's always bright. This is the maximum brightness you can get in Minecraft, like with all the torches and stuff. So, no matter where you go, it's always going to be this bright. No matter where you go. Which is really helpful in a lot of stuff. And if you turn it off, it's going to take a second, but it'll go back down to black. So, now we have to find our way out of this. Moving on, you're probably wondering why there's a giant hole here. You can't actually use this in a server, but it's a pretty cool hack. If you go to blocks, you can go to Nucor, and this is gonna break every single block around you, pretty much just like this, in a 3x3 area. Sometimes it goes a little off, but that's what that's gonna do. And if we do, oh, I can't use, here, I'm gonna disable the little anti-cheat thing, because that's what's blocking me from doing some of this special stuff. So, Nucor, right here. This is what it would do if anti-cheat was off. It also goes through the void, like right here, and the more you walk, it's just gonna delete everything. Everywhere you go, it's just gonna delete absolutely everything in your path, which is, I mean, it's helpful, but you can't use that in a normal, like, server or anything. Throw, we saw what that was. Just throw 16 of an item that you have one of. More render stuff, you can see health tags of mobs and stuff, players and all that. And then there's a radar thing right here, so you can pretty much just see everything. It's pretty boring, but trajectories, this seems kind of broken, but it predicts the flight path of arrows and throwable items. it kind of just highlights the item. It doesn't actually move your character to dodge it, but, you know. And True Sight allows you to see invisible enemies. And X-Ray right here, which is the hotkey X. X-Ray, everyone knows what X-Ray is, or has at least heard of it. And if you haven't, then I'm not sure you've been playing Minecraft for that long. But yeah, X-Ray, pretty cool. Right there. And moving on, we have chat stuff. You can get Force OP, which this is like super, I wouldn't say fun to use, but like if you want to get creative in a server, it doesn't work in like high security servers like Hypixel or anything like that. But if you get Force OP right here, pretty much what it's going to do, it's going to give you a password list of the server. So it's going to, like a delay between attempts, all that stuff. And that actually doesn't work in single player because it's not a server. But yeah, it is pretty cool. Mass teleport, pretty much it'll just teleport everyone. Spammer, so say I put like hi, you can just rapidly click the spam button and it'll do it. So that one's pretty cool as well. Fancy chat, anti-spam, all that stuff. Render and combat. There's movement ones too. We'll go over the major movement ones. Step. This thing you can actually use in like real servers. So this is like 2 blocks high, 3 blocks high, right here. So you wouldn't just step up it, right? But if you configure the settings right, you can just straight up walk up a 3 block tall area. Same with 2 block. It actually goes up pretty high, up to 100 blocks. So if I have to turn kill era off, I think though. There we go. Okay, so if I put a block like right here, I'm done right now. Hold on. If I put a block like right here, I'm gonna be able to step up all the way to this like wall, I guess you could call it. Right here. I was just messing with some of the commands and stuff like that, and all the mod clients and stuff. But step is pretty cool. Spider, you can just climb walls, straight up climb walls. Speed hack. This one you can use in some servers. Obviously, what it does is it just makes you faster. There's also auto sprint, which is just you tap W, it's gonna auto sprint. So that one's pretty nice as well. So you don't have to break the shift or control button, and it's pretty nice. But yeah, speed hack is cool too. Safe walk prevents you from falling off edges and stuff. Phase and no clip are kind of glitchy. They're interesting. Jesus, it allows you to walk on water, which is amazing. And apparently he used this hack 2,000 years ago. But look, I am walking on water, which is amazing. I don't know how helpful that is, but like, it's cool. So, yeah. All this stuff, bunny hopping, you should know what that is if you're watching this or if you just are interested. I'll show you what it is anyway. But pretty much, all I'm hitting is W. It's just gonna auto do this, so I'm not spamming spacebar or anything. It is pretty helpful, actually. Blink, I don't really know what that does. I think it just suspend. If I'm like really high up in the air, like super high up, and then I do that, and then I do blink. I really don't know what blink does, I'm gonna be honest. It says this, whatever, I don't know what blink does. Items, you can get troll potions, kill potions. What this kill potion actually does, it can kill people in creative mode. So I am in creative mode right now. I can fly. There's no fly hacks on or anything like that. But splash potion of death. Boom. It can kill people in creative mode. But the downside of it is you have to be in creative mode to get that item. Then more items like crash chests. If you can get this, and if you go to your inventory, you're gonna get a chest right here. If a player opens that, they're gonna get kicked from like the server. Sometimes it doesn't work, but you know, that's kind of how these things work. Cool stuff like that. Command block, if you don't have to get a command block to have commands here, or you don't have to have permissions. So that one's pretty awesome as well. Regen, speed of which you regen health, pretty self-explanatory. Rainbow UI, makes everything colorful, amazing. Dancing taco, because why not? It's pretty cool. Hallucinations, this is, I mean, it's cool. That's pretty amazing. And then you can also change the UI settings to like, if you want it green or something, like the buttons green. If you want them just black or something, you want them, these buttons green or whatever, you can change the UI settings right there too. That's pretty much it for the worst hacks things, but I'm going to go into a server right here, and we are going to prove it to you guys that it actually does work in a server. So if we go to like, this one's probably the best. This has like the lowest security, this server. I don't know why, but it's kind of sad. And it's actually a pretty decently big server. It's 417 people online. But right here, I have auto sprint on. This just actually gives you, if you're in the lobby, it's gonna give you speed and all that. But if we head over, if we head over to like OP prisons or something, and we do some PvP right here, really it's not gonna, I don't have all that stuff right now, so if I get some armor and stuff, I'll be able to do that. But to prove it works in a server, let me just get some like, I'll just get spider or something. So it will, see, like right now it's glitching me out because the server blocks that stuff. So certain servers will block certain things. So if I go to the spawn here, it's gonna teleport us in 5 seconds, but if I go to the spawn here, I can't fast run either. Like I can't do speed hacks in the server. It kind of blocks it. I don't know why I spawned on the map there. But you can also do like anti-fire and all that. Render, let me just show you. This is the easiest one to show. Player ESP, just to show you that it does work. Right now it's tracking that player. This is currently the only player in the lobby area. But if we went back to PvP, it's going to show more. So like the more people that join, it's going to show more little like tag things, I guess. Which is pretty, actually, it's pretty helpful. That's to prove that it works in a server. I know it's not like the biggest one, but it's not, like, I don't know what else to do, because I don't want to go fight people right now. So like, if I turn on kill era, I don't have all that stuff in here, because like they have probably really OP stuff, so I'm just gonna die instantly and it's not gonna look like it works, but it actually, it works. All that stuff. So if you follow, it's gonna track that player. My hands are off the keyboard, but it's gonna follow this player. It's gonna like mimic them pretty much, and right now it's actually stuck. It's stuck on something, but if I move it just a little bit, it is going back at the player full force and stuff. So that one's pretty cool as well. Flight, this, I don't think this, yeah, this one doesn't work in that in this server. But that's just to prove that this does work in a server. That's pretty much the video, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe for more awesome content, and I will see you guys in the next one. Hopefully a tutorial, we'll see. Drop a like, and goodbye.